Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin here from Start Fresh Personal Training. I'll get my head out of the way. So this little video is going to be something that you can do, okay, to kind of minimize the holiday bulge, right? So I know how hard it is, okay. Come to Christmas, and there's lots of we get the nice foods and the biscuits and the sweets and all that sort of stuff and the nice food and meals and everything else. And I'm not here to tell you not to do that, okay, because it's not my place to do so. But if you're somebody that is conscious about putting on weight over Christmas, okay, someone like me, who I'm always conscious about, going into these situations where there's lots of good food around and they end up smashing it, and you don't want to be smashing it, and it's really hard to resist. Is I'm going to help you come up with a way to have your cake and eat it, if you like, and it's not going to be revolutionary, but it's a bit of common sense essentially, right? But I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, and that you could easily do the same thing. And you're not going to feel like you're missing out on anything. You're not going to feel deprived of anything. You're still going to have the treats and everything else, and you're going to have a much better balanced holiday period than you would if you just went hard out and then think about worrying about it next year. So I'm going to call this the rule of 10%. So if you eat lower calories than me, for argument's sake, you're going to obviously have less room to play with. But obviously, if you follow my advice, okay, you're going to be tracking on MyFitnessPal, and that's going to be probably key to doing this. All right. So let's just say you're on, same as me, 2,500 calories per day, and whereas normally that 2,500 calories would be, for me anyways, fairly balanced, split between proteins, fats and carbs. Not much is going to change really, okay? But I do appreciate the fact that you're going to be wanting to have the glass of wine or the chocolate, the cake, blah blah blah, whatever it is. All I'm going to say to you is this comes down to absolute planning, okay? As best as you can, unless you're going out for meals and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit harder. But generally, day to day, if you've just got stuff, sweets in the house, and what you do in the morning after you've had breakfast, after you've had something to eat, so you're not going to be thinking you're hungry and really fancy, and have something to eat first. Could be lunchtime, whatever. And then what I want you to do is look through the fridge, look through the cupboards, and find something that you really want to have that day. And I want you to allocate 10% of your calories to that, okay? So let's just say for me, I've already got this plan today, okay? It's going to be a nice piece of Toblerone at the end of the day, pretty basic, all right? But I know I want to dedicate 250 calories to some Toblerone at the end of the day. And that works out probably about 30 to 40 grams of Toblerone off the top of my head. That's a fairly decent sized chunk of chocolate. I'm going to have it. But what I'm going to do is right now is that I've tracked my breakfast and my lunch, but I've already tracked the Toblerone. So I've already added it in for my evening snack. So what that's going to do now, so everything I eat now in between that is already allocated. So I know that at the end of the day I can have my 250 calorie piece of chocolate and I'm not going to break the bank. So in the day, as I talk about all the time, it's basic calories in, calories out, and you can still eat the foods that you think are unhealthy, providing you're in your calorie limit, okay? So all it is about planning. It's about planning what you really want. What is it the most that you want for the day that you fancy as a treat, and just allocate it and plan for it straight away. So yes, you'll go 15% if you want to, but what you're going to find is that the higher that percentage goes up, it means the less food you can eat overall, which means you're going to essentially be hungrier. So therefore, if you allocate 10% of your daily calories to something naughty, okay, you're not gonna get the rebound hunger or the hunger that you get by eating crappy foods that comes afterwards. Because if you're like me and you eat a really bad meal, you tend to get hungry pretty quickly after anyway, like I do. And because of that, then I end up eating more throughout the day simply because I'm hungry. So if you allocate 10%, which is what I'm going to do, and what I do, you're going to find that you're not going to get those hunger pangs. You're going to feel absolutely satisfied that you're not being deprived, which is the main thing. Okay, when you're trying to sit there and everybody else is enjoying their food and you're feeling really, really deprived, it's not a good feeling. But if you can allocate some food or some naughty food to the end of the day, you're going to find yourself a lot less of that mental deprivation, if you like. So again, you could go 15% if you want, 20% at a push if you know it's going to be a fairly social event, or you're going to have a couple more beers than you should have. Plan for it. So wake up in the morning, have something to eat, make sure that you're full, then look around the cupboards and find out what you're going to fancy or what you want to have that evening, add it in straight away, and then you're going to be absolutely fine for the rest of the day. It's not too complicated, okay, but it's going to help keep you on track. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about calories in, calories out. So let's just say you're somebody on only 1,000 calories a day, then it's only going to be 100 calories that you're going to be able to, to put aside for some treats. But absolutely do it, okay, and really plan for it, really think about it. It's all about being mindful about in the holiday period, and it's all about enjoying yourself, and not feeling deprived. That's probably the word I'm going to try to think about most. And yeah, so essentially enjoy it, okay? And if you do go over 10% or whatever, don't worry about it too much. Just jump back, start fresh the next day, and you'll be absolutely fine. So that's it. The rule of 10%: allocate 10% of your calories to something naughty for the holiday period, and minimize the damage that potentially could happen. Have you not done this? Anyway, guys, start fresh. If you don't make a change today, how will tomorrow be different? Cheers.